Alright, guys. It's time. It's time. This is the final Hades stream. We have a few Olympians that we're not that friendly with. We're just kind of friends with. Aphrodite, Ares, Dionysus. These three in particular need some focus. We have Demeter, Artemis, Poseidon in situations where they're about to be unlocked, but we don't know how to unlock them. The question is, do we focus on covering our weaker links here, or do we try and lock in a couple of those that are still on the outs, like Demeter, Artemis, and Poseidon? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bow build.
I've returned.
My initial thought here is that we should basically focus a little bit of both. We have the nectar, exactly. But what I want to do is I want to, every single run, switch the boon to one of 4 gods, right? Then what we do is, so 3 gods will be focused on the ones that are inadequate. And then 1 god per run will be specifically for basically trying to unlock their final bit there. So for this one here, we're going to go bow, Artemis, and then every one after that we'll switch boons so that we can talk to Dionysus, Ares, and Aphrodite.
Mother, you'll forgive my asking, but your mother used to call you by a different name, didn't she?
Ugh, don't remind me. Imagine if I called you Zaggy Poo from when you were born to this very moment.
Zaggy Poo!
That's how that name felt to me. I much preferred the name my father gave to me.
Your mortal father, right? So he called you Persephone. What was he like?
Yeah,
He was kind to me and funny. The bringer
nice.
of destruction I was to him. I liked that. He was right, I was a terror. Then he passed. I was very little still. My mother never spoke of him again.
Demeter mentioned him a bit to me. She seems... I don't know, but I don't sense that she regrets the relationship or anything. Just sad about the outcome, I think.
Yeah, she seems a
suppose I
bit
can
depressed
see that.
about it. Yeah.
I thought I might end up like father. Growing old, wasting away. Then the time flew by, and I realized I was closer to mother's side.
Ah.
Mortals certainly don't have it easy. With their limited days, it means they live their lives to the fullest, I think.
At least we've some of that in us.
Yeah.
Indeed, my son.
How goes your heated rivalry against the
Ah!
greatest king of Athens lately, boy?
Boy.
Your battles with him and the Minotaur must be the talk of the underworld of late.
Admitted. Theseus was the only hero you were able to recruit to stand against me.
Ah!
All the while he gets to boast about being the champion. Well, it was Heracles too busy for the task.
Oh.
Speak not to me of Heracles. You know these heroes by their deeds, not by their character. Heracles is fortunate he's in my brother's favor. Else he would be in Tartarus where he belongs. The
Ooh.
mortal concept of what constitutes a hero is absurd.
Oh, yeah. Go off, Hades. Let's do this. Let's do that off. We need 6. Let's do middle management. All right.
Hark, young man.
Hawk.
I must share with you
Oh.
a working phrase for execrypt.
Oh, we got it.
Please beseech the weapon thus. I see your prideful fall down from the heavens to the flames. An odd connection to a past or future bearer. Apparently one who defied a god.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go. Yeah.
I wonder, boy, who's going to kill whom this time around.
Oh, do you really wonder that, Hades? Do you really wonder that? Anytime I show up here, it's basically over. Whoa! That thing curved around everything to get there. Whoa! Wow. All right. Whoa! I might lose! Oh my god!
We are not finished. Enough of you. Not somewhat stronger than expected, boy.
So greedy! Oh. Well, that
Oh my god.
that happened. That happened. Oh, whoa, big thing here. Okay. Gift?
Nix, along with giving you this bottle of ambrosia here, there's something I've meant to say to you. The three fates have been very kind to me, because in denying me my birth mother, they gave me you. Without your steady presence here,
Oh.
I can't imagine what it would be like.
Oh.
Then the three fates are whimsical indeed. When you were born, and I was filled with fear for what it meant for you to be alive, to be responsible for you. I must admit, I did not guess that one evening you would provide for me both such a gift and such a sentiment.
Oh,
I mean every
Mom.
word. I love you, Nix.
Oh,
I love
Nix
you
is
too, my
amazing.
child.
Oh.
Nix, you ever
Oh.
had a burning urge to find the case files for the circumstances under which our court musician bound himself to eternal servitude here in this house, and forever lost his opportunity to be with his beloved muse?
Oh.
Wondering if you had a remedy for that.
Oh, are we gonna reconnect
Our
them?
musician brings a certain peace to this abode, my child. But you may discover, once you find his case files in section Zeta Pi Omega upper beta folder, that the consequences that he suffers may be quite in excess of his trespasses.
Oh.
Zeta Pi Omega upper beta folder. I'll look into it as soon as possible.
All right. All right. Gun. Reveal to me.
I see your prideful fall down from the heavens.
Yep. Aspect of Lucifer, baby. Oh my god. All right. So we have like a lava shooter of some kind. Beam attack deals ramping damage. Special launches Hellfire. Hellfire's destructible bombs radiate damage and stagger nearby foes, explode in a large blast. Yes.
Grant me the aspect of Lucifer.
All right. What do we got here?
All right.
Okay. A mortar. Oh, wait. What? All right. Okay. Yeah. I see some fun things you can do with that. All right. So Poseidon was the one you guys were saying we should do soon. Yeah. Jury summons? What is jury summons? Oh, but it's yeah, you're right. Jury summons is the best one. It's just we'll make it slower in
Wretches of
general.
the underworld, take heed.
All right, hammer. What kind of hammer things do you get with
Hidden
this?
talents.
Oh, foes targeted by your special move slower and take 30% damage. Oh, triple beam though. Or wait, triple bomb. Oh, I want to try all of these, but I think triple beam is where it's going to be at, right? Or triple bomb. No, triple bomb. Triple bomb. Yeah.
Beware the adamant rail.
Deft
Easy.
on your feet as ever. Now that is an entirely unusual design, even for Exegryph. So then the waking phrase has worked. That aspect bearer, Lucifer, was it? Struck his own Lord Father. Tried to, anyway. A not uncommon story, it would seem.
Yeah, it's true. All right, yeah, let's get it on the attack. Yeah, Zeus' attack is so good with Lucifer, that just makes sense, doesn't it? Like, oh my god, it's a blah! It changes the color and everything, blah! I'm a fire in my laser, blah! Blah! Blah!
Rearmed. Heads up.
That's so silly! Oh my god! I love it! I think I just got really lucky there. That... Oh! Locked in the animation for casting. That's... sucks. Ay, ay, ay.
That one's Riolu.
Oh, 1 HP! 1 HP! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh!
Just as obstinate as ever,
Oh!
isn't he? Always refused to budge.
Oh, Achilles.
Tell you of the war in which we fought. I fought, I should say. He could have ended it, but he refused to take up arms.
Achilles hasn't been particularly forthcoming about his mortal days, no. So he wouldn't fight. I've heard that mortals sometimes frown on that, but why should he have fought if he didn't believe in the cause?
He shared our cause. So what if it was not completely his? If not for his stubbornness, well, I would have come here just a bit later, I think.
And spent more time with him.
He blames
Oh.
himself for what happened to you.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
figured he failed to defend you or something, not that he didn't fight at all.
Wow.
He said something about how once you died, he shortly followed in a rage.
Wow, yeah.
The thing about that, stranger, for you see, I was
Uh-huh.
already dead. Getting my place here in the afterlife all sorted out. Took quite some time getting accustomed to all this.
Alright, well, Kiss of Sticks. There we go. All 3 Death Defiances back. Can you say lucky?
Big crowd.
Now we just need to keep them near.
Come, Mysterious, let's vanquish this blackguard.
If we keep them together and around our special and then chain the lightning, we should be able to get some free damage on Theseus while killing Asterius. I was right. You can do really serious damage doing that. Why did I die a second time? Well, that was a chaotic mess. I just lost 2 Death Defiances thinking thinking I was gonna be fine. No! Why did I just play it safe? Oh my god, this is so bad. Oh, what a
Just the
what a
focus I
relief.
need. Here's the surface exogryph. Maybe it's as rare a sight
Oh.
as it is for me.
That's gonna be another prophecy
You
thing,
approached me with that
another faded
loathsome
prophecy.
rail, boy, emanating a hellish fury more even than usual at that. Little surprise you took a shine to it. It was the weapon that I hated most of all.
Well, someone called Lucifer apparently thought differently and took a crack at his own father with it once. This one's for him, then.
Nice, nice.
Invoking names you know nothing about. Presuming all the while far too much. You take that monstrous artifact for another friend. You would be wiser to be wary of its influence. But let us fight.
Okay, chat, I'm gonna go into the zone and try and just be Zagreus. Nothing else. Oop, took that hit. That hurt.
Wide open.
Okay, we're gonna take a crit. As long as we avoid getting hit, we don't get crit, right? Okay. Phase 1. Phase 1, y'all. Now we set them down. Cool, cool. We avoid. Avoid everything. We do not need to fight. We do not need to do anything. He will die. Ah! 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 was terrifying! Oh my god!
You want to tangle with us? Out of my sight.
Oh! All right, now we gotta be careful. Oh no!
Where was your savage?
No! No! Ah! Oh, okay,
I
okay.
know that it's a painful subject. So
Okay,
can you
okay.
tell me
Yeah.
what exactly
This might be
happened
the
in war
final
between Patroclus and yourself.
final thing here.
He brought it up. Said you refused to fight.
Until he died. I did refuse to fight until he died. But at that point... Look, lad. If we're going to discuss these matters, best we do so in the lounge, not here.
Okay. Drink with Achilles, y'all. Drink with Achilles. Okay.
The fool of a king I served. I'd never take up arms for him. But Patroclus, he always had a different way of looking at things. As I refused to fight, he rose to the occasion, took up my armor, led my brothers into battle in my guise, fought nobly. But then he, well...
And after you found out, you sought vengeance for him. Took vengeance.
That I did. They got me finally, of course. But not before I broke them first. The war soon ended after that. It is an awful contradiction that to quickly end war, one need only extinguish many lives at once. I had not realized it at the time.
Did you allow yourself to die so that you could see Patroclus again here?
I don't know. Maybe. I only know that I was filled with rage. Rage that subsided soon after I arrived here. I felt empty. I never saw Patroclus again. But I learned my brothers honored my last request, as my ashes were laid to rest with his.
Oh.
Anyway, appreciate the drink.
That's...
Suppose I'd best be
yeah.
getting back to standing quietly about. Though that war, lad. Don't ask me about it again. All right?
Of course.
Okay. Wow, that's heavy, guys. Hey, Mom. What's up?
Tell me something, Zagreus. Sometimes I fear. Do you hate him? I mean your father. Regardless of his intentions. It sounds as though he made your life extraordinarily difficult. All his pent-up fear and anger. You bore the brunt of it.
Oh.
Do I hate him? Mother, I don't know that I hate anybody, really. The tales of him and the Olympians rending their immortal Titan parents to bits. I can't relate to how they must have felt. But I resented him for sure. And I don't know if I'll ever get over that entirely.
Yeah, that's tough.
I understand.
Yeah.
I think that when Hades told you he asked no forgiveness, he understood as well and meant it. Well, for all his failings, I'm thankful that he did not teach you how to hate. For your own sake, if not for his.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think he tried.
Oh. Yeah, petty resentment is very different than hatred. So, let's go fists. With fists, I'm a huge fan of, aspects of Gilgamesh. Yep. Many as you cause you can per first floor, and then die and keep going for that first dialogue. That's smart, Zelgato. That's a good idea. This with no pact of punishment. All right, cool. Let's go. All right, let's go. All right, what are we getting? Probably money. I almost always get money.
It's all yours.
Okay.
Cheers, mate.
Oh my god, I can actually just talk to Boldy.
Boldy? I'm Zagreus. Good to make your acquaintance.
Oh my god.
It's difficult to come by here in Tartarus, and so I'm grateful that you seem to be a trusty one.
Poseidon?
Here's the fee.
Whoa! All right. Game's laughing at me now. It's like, oh, are you leaving? But what about future investments in this run? Oh my god. We could just die here. Alright. Let's end the run, guys. I regret nothing! Good, let's get us out of here. Let's get us out of here. Did I literally forget the fish again? This is just a microcosm of every Hades stream. Caleb's not doing companions, forgetting fish.
My friend.
Yes, let's talk.
Zagreus, the most amazing circumstances have occurred.
Oh.
The terms of my employment, they've been altered such that I may visit Asphodel sometimes. May visit her.
That's great. Orpheus, what are you waiting for, mate? Go and find your muse out there. You two have lots to catch up on, I think.
I think you're right. I am so very anxious, I must say. But I must also thank you for this opportunity and for speaking with me all this time. So, how might I repay you?
Oh.
Why is it always talk of payment around
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
You're my mate.
Just
And your
go,
souls have
man.
lifted many spirits here, including mine. Now go and make the most of this, will you?
Thank you. I shall.
Oh.
I shall.
Nice. Oh, wonderful.
What is it, child? Is something amiss?
No, it's just the latest renovations from the contractor. Father told me you've been supervising all of that. Look, just between us, and I'll not speak of it again, but thanks so much.
Ah, yes, no need to speak of it again, though I am pleased to oblige.
Nah, she orchestrated all that.
Achilles, now that I have access to the administrative area again, well, I have access to the archives, and I have some authority to void those under certain circumstances.
Nice.
So, your pact.
Yeah.
I know you mean well, lad. And from the bottom of my heart, where once it was, I thank you truly for the thought. However, don't exert your influence on this. Not now, at least.
Oh, okay.
The fates can twist intentions. I don't want to take the risk.
That's smart, okay.
Sure. Well then, I'll wait. But I am going to ask you again. We have to find a way to fix this. Patroclus is waiting.
Yeah. No response, okay. Dusa, hey.
Hi.
I hope it's not been too much having to care for Cerberus, is it, Dusa? He isn't quite as fearsome as he seems. At least, that goes for 2 heads out of 3.
For 2 of the heads, yeah.
Oh, Cerberus is a good boy. He's fine. One of the highlights of the job for sure. We really hit it off after he finally realized I'm not a ball.
Oh!
Feeding him, grooming him, changing his water dish.
Cleaning up after him?
Yeah.
Definitely, yes. If you'll excuse me, by the way, he's gotta go. I mean, I've gotta go. You know what I mean.
Fates be merciful.
Fates be merciful indeed. Oh, my lord. Okay, guys. I think it's time to read some lore. This is in the words of Achilles, I believe, right? This is Achilles' words here. What is there to say about the master? Master not just of the house in which I work, but the entirety of the domain beneath the earth. The place we all end up after we die. He's a god of character. I have to give him that. In life, I once served someone who reminded me of him a little, yet even the kingliest of mortals pales in comparison. Suffice it then to say that the Lord Hades takes matters of his fate-appointed underworld in utmost seriousness, yet his meticulous veneer gives way to impatience frequently enough, especially with his only son. This resentment extends to his never-ending work, for he presides over an endless procession of the dead. The master claims he alone can tend to their affairs, but grudgingly, I think, expects his son's support. After all, Lord Hades long since severed ties with his family on Olympus and leads a solitary life now. His son is his sole remaining connection to his family, and I fear it falters. Mother Night, we like to call her. Though rare is the occasion when she dotes on us, she has her many, many children to look after, many of whom reside now in locales beyond my reckoning, and perhaps beyond hers. Yet nonetheless she toils about the master's house, and conducts such affairs that fail to reach his notice or gain his attention. She and the master do enjoy a sort of harmony, for even as he tends personally to the dead, she watches over the domain itself, They tolerate each other in respect of one another's power. She could have made the Master's life eternally more difficult down here if she so chose. Had every right to, perhaps, when her own daughters, the Fates, determined that the Master ought to govern where once she alone presided. But Mother Night does not possess a mortal's pridefulness, and her commitment to the underworld and her children is absolute. Yeah. I knew we liked Nyx, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this whole thing here, yeah. Take one look at him, and I think any questions of his parentage are soon resolved. He never seemed to like it much there, growing up within Lord Hades' well-appointed house. One day I took him on as a disciple, under orders from Lord Hades. The Master worried about his heir lacked any firm direction in his life, and indeed Zagreus took well to the martial ways, and I am proud to say that now he was my student. He was not insubordinate with me, as was his reputation. Perhaps my own lack of decorum from back when I was his apparent age made it easier for me to reach him. He learned quickly, exhibiting his father's strength and even greater dexterity. Yet he soon showed a quality that startled me much more than his fighting prowess. Forgive me, O gods, you are not known for your kindness, yet the son of the Lord Hades always regarded me, a mere shade, with respect and the congenial manner of a longtime friend. Oh. Even Nyx, our Mother Night, comes from somewhere, even the Olympians above, and Master Hades himself. Eternal though they are, they came unto this world after they, or their ancestors, sprang from the darkness of chaos. Here within the underworld, we are closer to chaos than the mortals and the gods above. Closer to that first, long-forgotten primordial consciousness, oft forgotten now or believed dead and gone. Yet as all of us residing in this realm are well aware, the dead survive eternally, and those are closer to the god, and thus are closer to the gods. Perhaps, then, all of us exist and make our choices precisely as chaos envisioned in ancient aeons past. Nyx certainly seems to think so. From what little she has said of her parent, it seems the two broke ties at some point, not for any specific cruelty, but as a wolf cub leaves her pack, seeking her own way. Thus, having grown apart, their connection weakened and failed. All they now share is a solitary fate. And now they're reconnected! Ah, Zeus. Master of the heavens, god among gods, so much of my mortal life was impacted by him, and now even in death I serve his brother. I do not think that I have much to say for the Lord Zeus, which is not widely known already. Once he overthrew the Titans, his own ancestors, to wrest control of all the heavens and the earth. He yet presides as ruler over all. Lord Hades bears no love for him, for reasons I can scarce begin to contemplate. It is as though Lord Hades chooses willingly not to consort with the Olympians. And Hermes, the bro! One of the free-spirited sons of Zeus, he is patron to travelers, traders, even tricksters. Youthful in spirit and appearance, he could be mistaken for a common lad, if not for his extraordinary swiftness. None whom I know approach his agility or athleticism. He puts this peerless skill to a specific use, serving as the messenger of Olympus. Vast distances are nothing to him. Yet there is something more to Hermes. He is the only god upon Olympus who dutifully serves the underworld in addition to his Olympian affairs. The underworld is an orderly place, but the souls of the dead must first be brought to its brink. He has much to do with this. He seems to have ingratiated himself to the boatman Charon, notoriously unapproachable even by the underworld's own. Thus it is my belief that Hermes, beside his many talents, is the god of more than he appears. And Demeter. Over time, mortals have come to fear great Demeter, eldest of Olympians, goddess of seasons, bringer of plenty, and taker away of it. I cannot imagine she is moved by any of their offerings. Much is said of her in hushed tones, not unlike the ones reserved for the master here. Once she administered her gifts of sustenance with generosity, until some stroke of fate befell. She changed, and has never been in his giving since. Oh, we know what that was. That was her daughter leaving. The mortals who once prayed to her for plenty now beg mostly for mercy. My understanding is, despite popular belief, Demeter is no direct relation to Lord Hades or his brothers. Being born of a more ancient Titan stock, she certainly has taken pains to distance herself from Zeus in particular, often leaving Olympus for long stretches in search of something. Or someone. Not that I would know a thing of it, only the muttering of shades descended to this realm from freezing cold or famine. Surely they pray. The seasons are due for a turn for the better. Nice. I like it. All right. Achilles. Journal time. I see no reason to regale you with stories of my past. Suffice it that I fought as bravely as I could alongside many of the finest men the world has ever known. I buried far too many of them, sent many others to this place, where now at last we all are peers. I am fortunate the master of the house took pity upon me and spared me from the eternal boredom in Elysium with an existence closer to the times when I still lived and had a job to do. Yet I am unmade, unwhole, here in this place alone. about the one with whom I shared my life when we were flesh and blood. He is somewhere within this realm, yet our time, I think, is long since past. God, that's just killer. Sisyphus! Oh, many of those who earn the highest form of punishment in Tartarus committed acts I hesitate to commit to the page, though Sisyphus is an exception to the rule. He earns the Fury's lashes for the crime of having once outsmarted Lord Hades, cheated death, a reckless plan, although he executed it and bought himself a little extra time, though now he pays for it, heaving that boulder constantly. And yet the act of doing so for some interminable length of time appears to have imparted on him a certain kind of outlook on his life, such as it is, one that I may well do to study in my own ample amounts of time to spare. Nice. Yeah. Mortality and immortality are closer than most gods care to believe. There are such minor gods as can be killed, so it is with nymphs, and all the naiads and the dryads and the like, the spirits of the woods, the seas, and the skies. In life they captivate our mortal senses and imaginations, but in death we all are most alike. The nymph Eurydice, born of the oak itself, must know this better than most of her kind. She took a suitor who, by most accounts, was but a common mortal, talented beyond compare, but not a god. Yet all the love they shared could not keep death from tearing them apart. She bears a special mention here for having almost fled the underworld once. Such was the full-hearted devotion of her mate, that he did venture all the way into this realm in search of her, and treated with the master for her soul. They say the master almost let her go. Whoa. Oh, yeah, I really want to finish their story. Forgive me, it is not my place to say much of him now. May his name yet live. May his soul bask forever in the glory of Elysium. No more. Fears for the weak. Fears for the weak. Fears for the weak. Fears for the weak. Holy shit. Skelly. Skellimaeus! The animated skeleton and I, we seldom get along. He is too talkative for me, and spouts such simple condescensions to all those in earshot, seemingly as though he were an expert in the ways of war. I disapprove of his reckless advice, and am uncertain as to who he was in life, to be so self-assured in death. I am uncertain as to why he is even here. It is quite odd the master does not seem to know of him at all. Nevertheless, I sense that there is naught to fear from him. And, I have to confess, I admire the optimism with which he carries out his task of simply standing attention, being beaten, often mercilessly, all for martial training's sake. My limited inquiries as to his origins have come up empty as of yet. I know only that he first appeared in the house's upper courtyard soon after the master and his son had their latest terrible exchange of words. I think at first I thought the master set the skeleton to work. But if not the master... Ooh. Nice. And then finding out that it's Hermes, basically. It's cool. In the underworld, as on the surface, certain topics are never to be discussed, especially in decent company. Well, this is not a discussion, and the company I keep is rather limited, so let us consider the queen of the underworld, who she was, what happened to her, and why nobody seemed to know the answers to either of those questions. All matters in the House of Hades are concealed from the living, and the gods above even hear the one piece of agreed-upon knowledge concerning the queen is the unspeakable punishment for invoking her name. I gather that her reign must have been short-lived, for there was not even a trace of her in the house, save for one remnant I once thought I saw. Nice. He thought he saw the picture by the bedside. It was something I was never meant to see. One day, or perhaps night, I was guarding the master's hall when he threw open his private chamber doors in a fury. Then I saw her, a splendid portrait I have longed to see again since. What of the master, then? Oh, that's awesome.
Mother looks beautiful and right at home.
All right. Yeah. Guys, I think that'll be it. Didn't have the perfect ending necessarily, but this was a great, fun amount of post-game stuff here. And while we have, some achievements, some unlockables, and a couple things that we haven't finished yet, this is probably one of the best games I've ever played. This was a joy. Absolute wild ride. And I'm going to put easily another few hundred hours into this game off stream. But God, this game, Hades, just blended everything I love about roguelikes. I mean, you guys know how much I love roguelikes with Slay the Spire and Monster Train and stuff. And then Supergiant Games being this perfect marriage of all of that. Yeah, what's to say other than this was a masterpiece of a game, a classic in the making, and they'll be looked back on fondly probably for years to come. So highly recommend checking out the game and buying it, like, if you end up liking what you see even in the slightest, because it's better than what you see. Oh, new game, guys, new game, and we're signing off for Hades. But yeah, it's been wonderful. It's been a good time, and we're saying goodbye to Zagreus and the House of Hades for now. But you guys are awesome. All right, take care.